Hancock is in Singapore. Adam, the summit here is now underway. What can we expect today and the next 2 days of the event?
Well, the rest of today will be dominated by the keynote speech from French President Emmanuel Macron. That's due to take place in a few hours' time. It's going to be interesting. It's the first time that a European leader has hosted a keynote speech here on the Friday evening at the Shangri-La Dialogue. President Macron has been on a tour of this region over the last few days. He's been visiting Vietnam, Indonesia and here in Singapore as well, improving relations and signing deals along the way. And we expect that he's going to present an image of France and indeed Europe as a stable partner that will be engaged with countries in this part of the world, and they will be pitching that amidst a time where there's lots of tensions between the US and China and lots of countries in this region caught in the middle of those tensions as well. And then tomorrow morning, attention will turn to another keynote speech, this time from US Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth, who will be speaking here at the Shangri-La Dialogue. It's the first time that he's going to be able to present President Trump's ambitions for security in this part of the world, and it's going to be very closely watched because there are concerns amongst countries in this region about just how committed the Trump administration is to this part of the world, and if they indeed would provide security and be a reliable partner if the worst was to happen. So that speech will take place tomorrow. There's also going to be a speech from the Prime Minister of Malaysia, and as ever here at the Shangri-La Dialogue, there's plenty happening on the sidelines. There's already been lots of bilateral meetings today. For example, Pete Hegseth met with Richard Marles, who is the Australian Defence Minister, and there's been lots of defence officials here all day, so plenty to come over the next 3 days.
And Adam, one Defence Minister who isn't there is China's, breaking with the norm, what's been the norm for previous summits. What's behind that?
Yeah, it's the question on everyone's lips here this weekend. They've not sent their top defence official, Dong Jun, to the Shangri-La Summit. It's unusual. It's the first time this has happened since 2019, although admittedly a couple of those Shangri-La dialogues were cancelled due to the pandemic. And this really is an opportunity, a very rare opportunity, for the two top defence officials from the US and China to sit down and have face-to-face talks, as happened last year with Dong Jun when he spoke with the former US Defence Secretary Lloyd Austin. Beijing has been tight-lipped about exactly why their defence minister isn't here. They didn't give a specific reason. I mean, it's not completely out of the ordinary. Before 2019, there were a number of occasions where China didn't send a defence minister to the summit. And indeed, there's a fair few countries here who also haven't sent their top-ranked defence official as well. Some analysts are saying that it may be due to the tensions at the moment and the political environment between the US and China. Add into the fact as well that it can be an uncomfortable experience for Chinese defence officials when they come to the Shangri-La Dialogue, because there's a lot of countries in this region who are not happy with their increasing military assertiveness, and therefore they do face some difficult questions. But there won't be those face-to-face meetings between the two top defence officials from the US and China. Just a much lower delegation has been sent from Beijing instead.
Adam Hancock live from Singapore. Thank you.